What's up, guys? Dave here with Deranged Off-Road. How's it going? It's been a few weeks since I made a video. The other day, Polaris released their new Adventure XP, I don't even know. A new machine. Looks pretty cool. Garrett and I actually went to the dealer here in town and checked one out. Gotta say, pretty impressed with it in real life. You know, I've seen a lot of memes with it compared to like a geo tracker, that kind of stuff. Funny things. But getting to look at it and checking it out in real life, it's pretty freaking legit. So we got some footage of that. We'll roll that right here, right now. And then a little bit later on, I kind of want to do a little comparison on what it would take to take a CanAm Commander and try and spec it out to something similar to what the Polaris has done with theirs. You can't do it. It's not the same machine. It doesn't have, come on, garbage truck. It doesn't have a lot of the same built-in standard features that make the new machine so freaking awesome, for one. So, all right, let's go check it out. You can see one in real life. Well, for me it was real life. For you guys, not so much. But here, let's check it out, see what Garrett has to say. What do you think, Garrett?
First initial impression, honestly, for Polaris, the fit and finish on this unit right here is actually really nice.
Yeah.
A lot of new features, but I've already sat in the back, sitting in the front now, plenty of leg space. The controls are all real cool, full solid doors. Glass in the back, everything's glass. It's just really like, man, it is like a car. Look at the vents, like the vents are like a car. Everything's way different.
It's really nice.
Yeah, they really remapped it.
Headliner, dome light,
Mirrors, everything. The cargo is what gets me. It's awesome cargo space and it's all fully covered.
Yeah.
Definitely looks a lot better in person.
Yeah, it looks great in person. So this back seat folds down one way or another. I don't know how it works. Does this red strap do it?
Yeah, I think. And my glasses. Yeah, look at that.
So that folds down. And you can open the back hatch.
Now you have all of that.
Like that's a lot of room.
Yeah, if there's just two
to
of you
store things.
and you're doing the whole tent thing, you literally cooler everything you need for a day or two, like a couple nights.
Oh, yeah.
And you're all set.
200-mile range-ish on these. It's pretty sick. Rooftop tent, pretty cool. What size tires are they running on these now? 30s?
30s, I think, but they're saying that you can do 32s without an issue. Yep, 30s.
30s. Yeah, dude. This is pretty cool. Definitely digging it. Adventure. Flip up windshield, winch, high radius A-arms, all that. All right, I'm back. First off, I need to apologize for any weird issues we might have. I'm kind of going from a GoPro to my phone to the tablet. Same thing with like audio and stuff. I'm kind of switching between things. So right now as I'm recording this, I don't know how it's all gonna turn out. So Garrett and I came away pretty impressed with what that Xpedition Adventure Polaris machine is. It looked pretty awesome. Fit and finish is great. The enclosed hatch on the back, like, I don't know, I want to call it a camper shell. It was awesome. Automotive glass, the fits tight, gaskets are all nice. It should be quite dust-free, that kind of thing. We were talking to the general manager, sales manager, I have no idea, over there at the dealership. Their dealership was quite involved with the release of this and all that. So they were able to drive them out to the Grand Canyon from here in St. George and go on a little expedition in them. And he said, overall, he came away Really impressed. He said he liked it better than the Northstar Ranger. He said the dust and the air conditioning and that kind of thing worked really well, keeping the dust out, and then the AC worked really well. All kinds of different weather that they drove through, mud, all that kind of stuff. And said they handled really, really great. Garrett and I came away pretty impressed with what we saw, and we started playing the what if game. Like, what if we put our name on a list and like wanted to buy one? Like, what would we want? And Garrett and I and Joe, I think we all kind of agree that the model that we would want, I'm just looking at my tablet over here, so if my eyes are shifting, it's because of that. The Polaris Xpedition Adventure 5-seater Northstar edition. Comes with a base price of $44,999. So, oof, it's painful, right? It's kind of expensive. We really like the idea of having that huge cargo area with the seats that fold down that make it just absolutely enormous in there. If you're just going out with like 2 of you, you could fit a lot of stuff in there. You can fit your dogs in there. A lot of people have dogs and those are their riding buddies. Your dogs are gonna love this machine. You get a nice big flat area back there. We were really liking that camper shell on the back to keep your cargo free. I've had a Defender in the past and I took that thing camping all over the place and put gear in the back and all that, and you know, it just gets dirty, whatever, that's just what it is. But thought this could be really nice, you know, to have that, the little shell on the back. Weird things about it that I noticed was the changing the belt is going to be a little bit more of a chore. It won't be too bad, but they got this weird thing in the way. You're going to probably have to take the tire off to do it easily. Other than that, it's pretty cool. So I said I was going to do a little comparison to like if you already had like a Can-Am Commander or a Maverick Sport or something like that. Could you get something similar to what we saw at the dealer, which was basically their adventure model with a roof rack and a tent, and I think that's all there was. You can't really, we're not comparing if you can get air conditioning, that kind of stuff, because you can't in the Commander. Can-Am has their, I don't have the name of it, but they have a rack system that goes on the back of the Commander. It's just a frame that you can attach accessories and that kind of stuff to. And just that metal frame is $1,000. If you want it enclosed, they do have a soft enclosure that can go over the back of it. That'll cost you roughly another $1,000 for that. So you're $2,000 just to get the back enclosure. Polaris's back cab, if you get the XP model or whatever lower model of the Polaris Adventure that doesn't come with that, it's only $1,000 to add the back thing. I say it's only, I mean, $1,000 is, it's a lot of money, but to get Can-Am's comparable, you're almost $2,000. And then if you want an enclosed cab on your Commander, you're looking to get upper soft doors at least, right? Or they have another option. I mean, the soft doors from Super ATV for the 4-seater, $586, which is, you know, that's not terrible. You can get those, or you can get like a Tusk set, or you can actually get Can-Am stuff. You can check out the prices yourself for those, but the Super ATV ones, $586. Or you can go with, I think it's like UTV Direct or one of those other companies. They actually make hard upper panel doors for the Maverick Sports and Commanders. They look really nice. They're made out of hard-coated plexiglass, polycarbonate, whatever you want to call it. But they got these bends in them. They look a little goofy, but I hear great things about them. That'll run you $1,059 for those upper doors. And then you'll need a windshield. Those can run you anywhere from Can-Am, $1,000 to $1,700, just depending on what you want. And, you know, maybe you want a back windshield, maybe you don't if you're enclosed in the back with that little hatch. But a back window, you know, you're looking at $100 to $200, depending on what you want. With the Can-Am, you don't get the fold-down seat, you don't get the heat and AC. A lot of people think, well, if you need heat and AC, you're kind of just a weak person. This is an outdoor rig, and you should be happy with blistering heat coming in or freezing cold coming in, because after all, it's an outdoor machine and you should be miserable when the weather sucks, right? Like if you're not miserable, you're not having fun. CanAm also doesn't have anything right now on the market that's comparable with Ride Command, nothing at all. So really, you can do some things to the CanAm to get you kind of close, but you're not gonna be able to make it the same thing as what Polaris did with a whole new platform, a whole new machine that really takes it to another level. There's a lot of overlanding guys in the side-by-side world that are already got their names on and deposits in, and they're ready to go to build themselves an overlanding machine. I'm a little torn. It's $44,000, you know, you add like a couple thousand, depending on where you go, $2,000 or $3,000 for tax, title, license, all that garbage. Before you know it, you're at $50,000 and you still have to do a little accessorizing. So, I mean, at what point do you say, well, I should probably just have bought a Jeep or a used 4Runner or something like that? Because you can get a lot of sweet Jeeps and a lot of cool used, you know, I'm talking used stuff here, for that same amount of money, and you can run them on the freeway, you can daily drive them, you can do whatever you want with them. You can't do all that stuff in a side-by-side. The way I look at it, there's really only two main bonuses for the side-by-side is you can traverse over rougher terrain faster, and you can hit more narrow trails. That's really the only two benefits I see to this machine over like a Jeep or, you know, a real federally legal vehicle. So one thing I noticed is the machine, well, Polaris has lots of different packages. They got the overland, the utility, the kayak, the trail, the hunt edition. You can get all these packages with all different kinds of accessories. The one that was there was kind of outfitted as an overland deal, but I think really all it had was a roof rack and the tent on it. Like the overland edition, I mean, it comes with a lot of stuff, like a RAM phone mount, a glass windshield wiper. I mean, sure, you need that. Bumpers, lights, like I added it up. There's $2,500 worth of extra lights on here, and that's because they're all Rigid brand. Good stuff, but do you really need it? I don't know. Interesting point to note that when this was released, the Overland package was $12,000. It is now $14,000. In the matter of a week, that has gone up quite significantly. All right, guys, so there you go. What do you think? If you got like $40,000, $50,000 that's just burning a hole in your pocket, are you gonna buy the new Polaris Xpedition? Are you gonna look for a Jeep, 4Runner, something like that? Do you think it's worth the money? Some people will, some people won't. We think it's a pretty cool rig. We're gonna have to evaluate if it's something we want, if it fits what we wanna do, that type of thing. You never know, it's a possibility for us. Or would you buy a Commander or a General and try and outfit it the same, you know, comparably as much as you can? Let us know in the comments what you think. As always, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and have a good one. We'll see you later.